035 have the winning score of the championship game, and you win the AMF His and Hers Legacy C bowling balls. It's just that easy.
Value it over $250.
That's it.
It is a great prize. Chris, you guys have been doing fabulous for us. One more week to go. I just want to thank you and everybody at the station for doing a great job.
Thank you. It's great to have been with you again this year. We had a lot of fun. The response has been great. People are up early, always ready to call.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. I'm up early on Sunday. Hey, it's my day off. Come on.
Well, thanks for joining us, Chris. The first time up for Glenn Meese on the right-hand lane. Let's see if he can comfortably come back with something. And it goes high, but trips out the 4. That is the type of shot that a power player needs to carry to be successful. Glenn Meese tripping out the 4 to start the match and matching Bill's first frame with a strike. So we're perfect through 2. Glenn Meese and I go back quite a ways. He lives in the Delhi area over on Mustang Avenue. Bowls out of Western Bowl quite a bit. High average of 225. Ooh. 14 300 games, Jen, but unfortunately today won't be number 15.
Glenn does have a very powerful release, conducive to throwing the pins everywhere. Of course, 10th TV appearance, that's a feat in itself, and as you said, 14 300 games, averaging 225. Not too bad.
What a player he is. See if he can bring back this spare. Should be no problem.
Of course, last week we were talking about his sister, Patty Spragan, and you think Glenn gets a lot of juice on the ball. You ought to see his female counterpart's sister, Patty. Boy, does she torque it.
Amps it up, huh?
She does.
Well, maybe we'll have to take a look at it sometime. Bill on the right-hand lane. Oh, the ball fell off of his hand.
Oh, no.
Wow.
He's laughing, but it is painful.
All depends how it comes off. It could be an injury here. Let's see if we can pick it up. Watch his hand, folks. Watch his hand, right? Just missed his ankle. It might even hit his ankle, Jim. We'll see how he gets to the line this time. Taking a little extra time. Looking in the thumb hole like,
we don't want to be calling 911 on a Sunday morning.
No, no, no.
I know people who wear ankle guards just because their style is conducive to hitting their ankle.
What a comeback. What a comeback.
Great.
The ball falls off your hand. We're not sure if it hit his ankle or not. He comes back with a great strike. Actually a double. Take a look at his hand here. This is it. The ball's going to go down right there and bounces over the foul line. Just a total lack of concentration at the end. And who knows what makes that really happen, because his grip on the second one, which was a strike but actually a spare, looked great.
And a good key is he was on a strike, so he lost nothing at all. It was as good as 9 spare.
Well, that's what you want to do. Just regroup immediately and come back. And as you pointed out, in this case, Jen, didn't really lose a lot.
Well, we're not going to give the Chrysler Cirrus away today, but we thank Jeff Weiler once again for his auto mall out on Route 32 and bringing that car to us each and every week. We implore you to go see him if you need a new vehicle.
That, and make sure when you stick your nose in the door, you say, hey, Jeff, we'd like to buy that car you've been showing on King of Bowling, mention King of Bowling, and they'll get out the invoice, put that bad boy down in front of you and start writing up a deal, and you can have it. Glenn Meese, right-hand lane. At this point, the match is 1 pin separating the 2 players here. There's the power that we know Glenn Meese is very capable of throwing at any time.
He is really getting that ball out on the lane, and that could be the key to him throwing that resin piece of equipment that he has in his hand. Here it is. He's going to get it way out onto the lane, so the ball won't start rolling early because it hasn't hit the lane yet. So he gets it to go long and hit hard.
And hit hard it does, and Glenn is excited, obviously. Now here's where he needs to build the momentum. He's got to have a strike here. It's close. Looks like he's just not getting the back end reaction that he's used to getting, Jen.
Dave, speaking of the back ends, here at Glenmore Bowl, they're going to be having new back ends and new lanes all together, and they're going to start in June, so that's some really exciting news for Glenmore Bowl.
Well, it is, and this we talked about it in the open. This is a great little place, something that I've been familiar with for over 35 years, and to rejuvenate what's here is great. You can't change the nostalgia here, though, but to rejuvenate it, that's fine. Matter of fact, this was one of the houses in the city that were last to change over for above-ground ball returns. Jen, remember those?
Yeah, that was always a good challenge to shoot a 7 or a 10 pin, depending on which hand you throw the ball with.
There we go. Bill's back on the strike train. Bill Zacharitz is 6'1", and all 6'1", 170 pounds of him goes into this shot. Take a look. He stays down right there. Good knee bend, gets through the ball with a lot of enthusiasm. 1 3 pockets filled up. Ball goes through, takes out the 5. 5 goes into the 8 pin, and the 9 was already gone.
Bill's been married to Marcia for a year and a half. Age 30, 6'1", 170.
Oh, there we go. A late shaker for Bill off the wall in the back. That was the 9 pin going out late. The power is generated right here at the bottom of the swing. He lifts it out onto the lane. That's the Revolution coming right in your living room, and it's going to transport itself to the head pin. Head pin goes to the left wall, comes out, and just tears up. Glenn Meese going high on the right-hand lane, and I think he's starting to feel the heat, Jen.
Yeah, I really do. Bill is putting a lot of pressure on him. David, I mentioned that the BPA has the city match games coming up.
Yes.
Back in action. I also mentioned that the BPA has the family twosome tournament with Bill Butchett.
Yes.
And also, they have a travel league in which kids bowl, and they go to different houses each week. Both Bill and Glenn were members for the Delfair Lanes team. And that's 3 fine things that the BPA does for bowling, and I think it is a great idea to bowl at a BPA house of your choice. They are all over the city.
That's true. They are all over the city, and you can tell the BPA houses because they're active in your community by trying to bring bowling to the youngsters. They've got some senior specials that are constantly being run. Glenn Meese trails by 11 pins right now. There's some paper left, but he really has to develop some sort of feel for these lanes, and I don't see it happening, Jen.
He goes high, he goes light. He's just trying to get zeroed in, and he just can't get there yet.
No, goes wide. He leaves the 1, the 2, and the 10. There you see it. Now you want to go to the left-hand side of the head pin. Nope. That's the general area, but you want to throw the head pin over into the 10 like a combination shot and pull, and then let the ball carry through and get the 2 pin. But he's struggling.
Yeah, kind of.
His opponent has a double working, Jen, and and he's got an open, and he's lost. He appears to be lost right now.
Bill Zacharitz started bowling at the age of 8, and of course he does have the 300 game, and currently he's bowling 3 times a week.
And right now,
trips the 4 and the 10. Fantastic.
he's got everything going for him. He's got everything going for him, and I don't think he's going to be stopped. That makes a triple. We can watch the triple. Again, staying down, that's the real key for Bill, and he gets through the ball that's very heavy, but the good heavy roll takes out the 4, and does he like it? Yeah, he's pretty pleased with that.
And that is Patty Spragan's little boy. Of course, Patty, the sister to Glenn Meese.
Well, the little fella isn't going to be too happy about this because Bill Zacharitz is absolutely going to run away and hide. He's got 4 in a row now. Glenn Meese is open in the 6th frame. If he doesn't strike here, you can just about write this one off. He's got to have it.
There it is. That was his sister, Patty, in the background. There it is, there it is. And they are all gone.
Are all gone.
And he's going to need every one of them.
That's true, Jen. It's not over yet, but he only has 3 more frames to work with. The momentum is with Bill Zacharitz, but right now you're looking at about a 40-some pin lead, about 46 pins, and Glenn can eat into that by 10 if he strikes now. Do you see
Excellent shot.
What do you see what happened? It almost looks like he's reaching back and looking for energy and applying that energy into his delivery. Watch it here. He just absolutely rips this ball for all it's worth. The heck with trying to be pretty about this. We're just going to play bowling, right? 10 pins in the pit, every pin doing its job. Bill better wake up. He can't go to sleep against Glenn Meese.
Got the ball extra wide, and it came back with extra power. As I said before, David, he has some area there. He's able to get it in and tug the pocket, and he's able to send it wide and have a comeback.
Yep, and he's shaking his head right there, knowing that the ball went wide, but when you do an area check, whether it's on purpose or not, and you get that kind of reaction, you've got to feel good about the rest of the game.
Have to.
Still 46 pins in the lead, 2 frames to go.
Again, tripping the floor. He's getting such excellent reaction on the head pin.
Well, he's carrying the trip forwards, he's getting it wide, and it's coming back with power. Today is Bill Zacharit's day. Glenn Meese wants to finish. Went with a little more loft on that particular ball, but
did.
He knows it's over at this point, but he'll be back. Too good a bowler.
One of Cincinnati's finest.
Well, he's feeling the heat, but this week is just not meant to be. He's going to be going home with the second place check. Our king is going to be Bill Zacharit, dethroning Glenn Meese this week, but we haven't really had anybody come out this year and dominate week after week, Jen.
No, it truly has been interesting to see the number of bowlers, because usually somebody will at least reign for at least 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, but
minimum.
Well, you know what that tells me, though? We have got such a diverse pool of talent to draw from here in Cincinnati. We've got a lot of great bowlers, but no one bowler can say that he's a dominating force.
It has been exciting. If you know somebody that you would like to nominate for this Greater Cincinnati Hall of Fame, you can contact the Greater Cincinnati Women's Bowling Association and the Greater Cincinnati Bowling Association, the men, and they're looking for some nominees for the Hall of Fame, and of course that can be on superior performance or for applying yourself to the organization and donating your time.
That's true, and they have their meeting very soon. So if you're going to nominate somebody, it's got to be quick, or else it's going to have to go into next year's nomination pool. And Glenn just left nothing to spare there. He just wanted to get it all out onto the lane. He straps it. He finishes with a 201. But from like the 7th frame on, Jenny, a very creditable showing. But up until then, really looking for a triptych.
If Bill can strike this out right here, he'll get a 269 game. And unfortunately for him, this is our last regular week, and of course next week we will have the finals coming up. So unfortunately for Bill, he's only going to reign as king at one time.
The good news is that he's going to be our king. The bad news is he's going to be king for 1 week.
He's still going to get a nice payday and a beautiful plaque from Tri-State Bowling Supply. And of course he gets to keep his shirt from Howe Manufacturing. That's always a bonus to wear proudly.
Yes, and we thank all of our sponsors again. The main ones, of course, the Miller people. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. The Pepsi people. That's my refrigerator right there, those 2 products. And of course, Jeff Weiler sells you the automobiles that can get you from here to there in class and economy. Well, that finishes up for Bill Zacharit. He finishes with 267, defeating King Meese 201. We'll be back to hand out some checks, some plaques, and some congratulations after these words.
Welcome back, everybody. Great show today, and I'd like to introduce you to the man that is responsible for Glenmore Bowl, Mr. Les Horseman. He'll present the check for $500 to Chris Luby. Great job today, Chris. Congratulations, and of course also a nice plaque from Tri-State Bowling Supply. And I am here with the winner, Bill Zacharit, once again winning on TV. Good job. You averaged over 250 today, and for that we have $600 and a beautiful plaque from Tri-State Bowling Supply.